This is the year, my year, to dedicate everything to dueling in Buhurt International. I want to enter every tournament in the US and possibly overseas. I've worked so much overtime. I have money saved up for travel, gas, plane tickets, hotels. I've even bought a couple new titanium parts to min-max my armor. Living the dream. I'm 45 years old. Last year I decided that this is the year I have to dedicate everything to it, make it a blast. Just living the dream, training, traveling, fighting, having a great time. I have a fighter profile, and I spent $15 for the license. So now I can get online on my fighter profile, Buhurt International. It'll show like my points. It keeps track of me versus other fighters. The dream's already over, because guess what? I'm not in Cincinnati Siege, which is a Buhurt International tournament. I was going to wait till after Siege to make this video, but it's on my mind and I got to get it off my chest. This is a rant. This sport is too popular for having 16 or 20 duelists at an event. Second part of a rant is, unless you have Facebook or something, I don't even know how you find out when these tournaments are. I missed the whole IMCF thing because I never even saw a link to sign up. It was just full. And then all of a sudden someone asked me, are you in it? I was like, I didn't even know there's a sign up. Thankfully, Ringo actually did reach out to me. It was a week ahead of time. He's like, we got an opening if you want to do longsword. And I appreciate it. I would love to do it, but I was training for Carnage. I had just started my program, and I would have just been going out there. It would have been a waste of my time and a slot for someone else because I wasn't ready when that IMCF opening popped up. You got the Buhurt International website. 140 people are labeled as duelists. This sport is too popular to have 16 or 20 slots. Now, we just fought at the Arnold. Sword and Shield took almost the whole day, and it's because there were like 16 or 20 people, and you lose twice to be out. I mean, I don't know how you set up a bracket where you'd have more people, like 30 or 36, whatever makes it even, to find out, like, you know, a good bracket system. But man, you have 140 people signed up, and you can't get in it. I bought a license for $15. I don't get in Cincinnati Siege. Now, like I was saying, I don't want to make it sound like if I get into Siege, you know, because this guy's complaining, I wanted to post it after, but this is just like on my mind. So I'd like to hear, how do you fix it? Let's have a discussion. Post it on here. Somebody posted it on one of these forums online, because we really got to figure this out. I'll give you a perfect example of what's going to happen. So check this out. Here's me. Here's Beth. Here's Daniel. And here's Evan, which I'm going to use as an example because we're actually the same in points, because he was kind enough to reach out to me to get into IMCF. I actually fought him at Arnold. It was great. I lost, but it was like probably one of the coolest fights I've had in a very long time. I appreciate that fight. So check this out. Daniel does not live in the US. Probably won't run into him too much, but we can all be racking up points if we're entering these competitions. Beth, obviously, we're probably not going to ever have a conflict of interest because we're just in two different categories. So it's down to like me and Evan. Look, at these points, we're exactly tied. I don't know if he's in Siege. Honestly, once that they posted it and I saw I was on like 5 down on the wait list, I was like, screw it. I marked it off my calendar. I'm probably working that day now. So if he goes, even if he loses everything and gets like 2 points, he'll be ahead of me. This is just like ballroom dance. It's the more you attend, the more points you accumulate. And I paid for a license, and I can't get in the competition. I'm going to have no points. Crushed my whole motivation, man. I tell you what, I signed up for Grapes of Wrath a while ago. I don't even know if I'm in it. I was so close to just sending a message and being like, you know what, you can just scratch me off the list, because the whole year is already ruined for me. I'm a points-driven person. You know that game Asteroids that was an Atari? The only way that you would win is if you had the score be 99999 and you flipped it over. I'm just about earning points, earning points. This was so perfect for me. Buhurt International, fighter profile, keeps track of your stats, your points, versus everybody else. And now I can't begin to Buhurt International competition. And it's because I work at night. I'm a nurse. I went to bed after work at like 7:30 in the morning. I wake up, my teammate Chris great guy, because he keeps an eye out for me too, sends me a link. Here's a sign up for Siege. It was like 8 hours later. I sign up. I'm like 5th on the wait list. You know, I don't know if there's any kind of priority that paying members should get. Now, if you get me into Cincinnati Siege because I paid for a Buhurt international license and someone didn't, I'd actually be fine with that. You know, get the heck out of the list. Like, I'm doing this to build up points in a registered Buhurt international event, and if you're not a member, like, you know, you shouldn't get priority. But here's the thing: it's just too popular. We gotta find out some way that more people can duel. 140 duelists in Buhurt International, and you have tournaments, 16, 20 slots. What's the solution? I'd love to hear it. Let's have a discussion. Talk about it in the comments. Somebody raise a question online somewhere. We need to figure this out. That is pretty much my whole rant. I don't want to make this a long video because I want people to watch it and listen to the whole thing. I can't believe I did that all in just one take. I didn't even have to edit anything out, because when I'm mad, I can just talk, and I can talk well. So, Bachata Night here. We'll catch you in another video, and I want to talk with you in the comments about what I just discussed. What is the solution to get people that are registered with Buhurt International and licensed, like we all had to buy to be able to track stats, to actually be able to attend events? You know, so that's what my thing was. I wanted to make this the year, and it's already not. I'll tell you what my plan is now. I have 3 events this month. I already just did the Arnold, which is fantastic. Got a cage match next weekend, which is going to be incredible. And then at the end of the month, we're going to have a very awesome melee event, Pittsburgh versus Ohio, or another part of Pennsylvania. But the thing is, like, I'm staying active, but as far as I'm concerned, this whole dream I had with the Buhurt International thing's toast. You know, if there's an event now, like in Nevada, and it's a Buhurt International event, and I ain't getting a Siege, to me, the way my mind works is that it's over. It's not worth the travel. I'll save that money and maybe just do something else with it. You know, it's like that. It just gets under my skin. And the thing is that I just hate how these signups are. You know, Carnage is great. You just know about when that link's coming out. You can sign up. Hey, well, it's like the same thing, right? I just happen to have the scoop and get in pretty early. But how do you make it so that, like, it's not just post a link, just sign up, and it's filled in the first 5 minutes? If you made it this far, subscribe, because we got more comments, commentary, and things like that, like this to cover. We're always talking about stuff like this related to Buhurt on his channel. Leave a like, share this video, and actually comment below, have a discussion, because I want to hear your thoughts on how he fixes issues. So this is the Bachata Night. As always, bringing you some more awesome Armored Combat content. We'll catch you again in the next video.